Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. Today, we have a ton to talk about, but first guys, if you are enjoying the daily crypto content, it would help me out a ton if y'all would press that little like button right there for the YouTube algorithm, and if you aren't yet, I personally think it's a smart idea to subscribe to the channel. Now, Gimme Crypto, nice name, posted over on Twitter a couple of questions that I think you guys must be having too, or maybe you haven't even thought about this, but these are also questions that I have. I mean, I would really love to give you guys an answer, but let me just put up a couple of questions that everybody is having right now, and let's see if there's a way that we can get them answered, or if somebody in the comment section knows the answer to these questions. It's regarding XRP. My question of today is, are you guys XRP holders? Yes or no? Put it in the comment section down below. So, who is Arthur Britta? Well, I guess to that one, I do have a little bit of a solution, I guess. Arthur Britta is one of the co-founders of XRP Ledger and Ripple. And the thing is, I would wonder, and I would kind of also like to state, I don't really know too much about him. I know he's a co-founder and co-creator, but he's only gotten 1 billion XRP while he was there before Chris Larsen was there, and things kind of get difficult from that point forward. Now, Digital Asset Investor also put up a little bit of an article here, or a picture of Mr. Schrem is fairly friendly with Mr. McCaleb and Mr. Powell. And as a fellow willing to push the boundaries of the law, he describes the cowboy brotherhood that's taken shape among the pure coder types. Mr. Schrem told The Observer, Arthur Britta is the real guy behind Ripple. Jed and Arthur started Ripple. Arthur used to run an old Bitcoin exchange called ExchangeYourBitcoins.com, and they hired Chris Larsen after the fact. And then, not exactly sure what this article is about or where he got this from. It got a lot of attention though, because again, DAI was posting this. And now it did make me wonder, and some guy again posted something below that, and that put up the questions. Well, it does make me wonder, why did Arthur Britta only get 1 billion XRP and both Jed McCaleb and Chris Larsen 9 billion XRP? Why exactly? And why is Arthur Britta so very much in the background? Why? Then, why isn't XRP live in the UK, Singapore, Japan, or some of those places where XRP is properly regulated? Like, as of this point, Japan, UK, Singapore, they all have given XRP the approval, the thumbs up. Like, hey, you can operate here. So how come that Ripple hasn't got the corridors running in those places? Is that tactic? What is it? Why? I'm not sure. Then, why is Polysign, which was co-founded by David Schwartz and another guy whose name I've forgotten, such a secret? Some people have said that is the ultimate solution, that's the ultimate banking, this, that. Why is it so secret though, and why has it been worked on for so many years without giving that much info public? I mean, you can look up Polysign, you'll find a little bit of info, but it's still pretty much secret though, and why? Then, how does a fintech startup get such easy access to the IMF, BIS, etc.? How can Ripple, which was started a couple of years ago, have such high political connections? I mean, even the next question, why so many ex-Treasury people work on Ripple's board? How is a company which is so quote-unquote small having so much power and so many influential people? Do people, again, the big guys, believe in it so much? The only conclusion I can draw is yes, these guys who work for Ripple now believe in it so much. These people have connections to Goldman Sachs, for example, real established banks. Some of the guys have most likely worked for some of the biggest tech companies you'll find out there, or biggest banks. Yet they choose to go for a startup. Now, a startup is debatable because they've been busy for 8 years now, but still, it's startup relatively because of all the companies that basically do the same thing. They've been busy for a longer time. They still choose to go for such a company. It does make you wonder, why did they choose Ripple? What did these guys know that we cannot see? I mean, obviously, the treasurer, Rosie Rios, for example, the ex-treasurer, she has most likely seen more inside of Ripple than we have. I mean, maybe if you're going to apply for the job, or if you're actually in it, or in that little circle of high-up people, you get more inside info. Because from my perspective, it's like, well, Ripple is in a lawsuit right now, one of the most important crypto ones, though, over whether or not they've been frauding everybody. I would not join that company the way it's looking at, right? I would personally think they're going to win, but if I'm the treasurer, I really haven't involved myself too much, most likely, with a small-ass company like Ripple. Yet, she still joined it anyway, though. And you would say that those guys are either career people or people who have the best for humanity, or for the currency, basically, because that's their job. You're not going to work for the Treasury because it's such a fun job. I can't believe that. The Treasury, I wake up every day being really happy. No, I don't really believe that. I believe you're either a career, person or a person who wants to really change things in this world. A lot of those diplomats are, of that little type. Again, I can be wrong, but I'm just saying. So they know something, which we don't. Something to think about, That's, again, why we have this risk to reward ratio for XRP. I keep putting it up there. There's so many unknown factors, yet is it worth it, though? So much, yes. I think there's way more positive than negatives. All of these points are really big positives. Them having so much stuff kind of secret, kind of hidden, is only bullish to me. It's only nice. The fact that even though we have all this information out there already, there's so much that is unknown, which is added on top, which is letting these big guys know, which is letting these other big guys kind of cooperate with her. But it's so strange, right? If you think about how small they are, yet how much of an influence they have. And I think they're going to get really far. Now, on the same note, about institutions and about the connections or that type of stuff, institutional investors are rotating out of Bitcoin and into gold. I call BS. This is just what came out, and I can only say that's BS. I don't think many crypto people are actually getting out of crypto because of gold. How? I don't believe I don't believe that. I think this is another FUD type of article. They're trying to get your crypto in some way, shape, or form, because I really firmly do not believe in all of this. I don't believe in all of this. Now, XRP lawsuit update. SEC calls out Ripple's overboard blanket sealing request. Okay. The SEC and Ripple Labs have been replying to each other's motions and letters in quick succession over the past few days. In what is the latest development in the ongoing XRP lawsuit, the SEC has now filed its opposition letter to Ripple's request to seal its exhibits. The San Francisco-based blockchain firm had previously requested the court to seal some of the documents attached to its letter by arguing that they contained their confidential and private business information. The SEC, in return, had called Ripple's request reflexive, asserting that it was at odds with public access principles. So, a little summary here. What the SEC is doing is rotating 180 degrees. That's kind of the update. So, they first claimed, of course, the SEC, that they are protecting U.S. investors. Well, U.S. investors came up to the SEC's, I don't know what you would call it, headquarters to actually, kind of protest against the SEC. So that little argument faded away. Well, the SEC kind of piece by piece said, well, we are not representing XP holders. You are not representing XP holders. XP represent whatever, right? They were saying some stuff about the motion to intervene, that the SEC is not properly representing them, but Ripple is, which is basically already an admission of, not doing what you should do. They're basically calling us something. I don't know exactly what they're calling us, but they're not protecting us. So while that was going on at first, they now switched over and said, you know what, Ripple, you're trying to hide some info from the public, but we think you should give it out and give it public because, well, there's so much public interest in it. Which is basically saying we care about the people. We care about the investors. We care about the people that want to see all of this. Yet, when we wanted to get a motion to intervene going, they said, no, we don't want to. And it's such a strange system. Mostly because we all know that they cannot deny the XP community's existence. They cannot. They can also not, in my opinion, deny the fact that we just put up a letter, 30,000 signatures to the SEC addressed, to do something against all of this. There's 30,000 people who signed it. They can't deny it. Yet, they're trying to ignore it all. I kind of feel as if they're trying to sketch their own little reality here, trying to only go for the positives and ignore all the negatives, and they kind of suck in the judge's ass a little bit. I don't get why. I guess maybe because they know they have no way of winning, maybe something like that, but I don't really get why. It's such a strange strategy. Like, I don't get it. Then Bitcoin dominance cycle suggests the 2017 crypto rally could repeat itself. Bitcoin dominance patterns are showing similar lows and an eerie resemblance to 2017. So what does this suggest for the BTC price? Well, for the purpose of historical comparison, it's also worth noting that the pattern of the dominance chart currently looks much like it did during the early part of 2017. Yeah, that's true though. I'm not going to lie, that is true. And as the markets have gone into meltdown since May 12th, we have a sneeze coming up. There we go. Oh, that was nice. That sometimes feels good, huh? Bitcoin dominance has fluctuated dramatically, buckling 2021's prevailing trend. Before the sell-off started in earnest, Bitcoin dominance has been falling pretty steadily from around the 70% in January to a low of under 40% by the time the crash was underway. At that point, Bitcoin dominance was at its lowest since the summer of 2018. It has since recovered to above 43%. If the same pattern is underway this time around, then the market is likely to be at the equivalent of summer 2017 when the alt season was just ramping up. and still some months away from Bitcoin's price peak at around 20,000 in December 2017. Of course, while the pattern draws some interesting parallels, Bitcoin dominance doesn't necessarily tell that much about the price, but it does offer insights into how the flagship asset is performing in relation to the rest of the market, underpinning certain trends. So, what are the likely scenarios for Bitcoin dominance, and what would it mean for the markets? Well, follow the money flow. I would say maybe, but wait, maybe. I mean, all they're going to say here is not really that relevant. It's about the idea, right? It's about the idea that we are following some trends from a couple of months, a couple of years ago. My video earlier today about Bitcoin's price and Bitcoin's kind of reflection or comparisons is again something which you might want to consider, but you shouldn't rely on too much as things are so different. We don't know if anything that's happened in the past is actually relevant for right now or at all going to happen again in any way, shape, or form. I mean, every day is different. History never repeats itself in the exact same way. And yeah, exactly like I'm thinking right now, it could happen, but it could also not. And that's, again, the whole thing. You don't really know. And if somebody really knew, or if they tell you they know, they're lying because nobody exactly knows. And here the question is, again, will we see something that is logical happening or will something illogical happen? I mean, people reacting to tax news in a negative sense for crypto is odd because with decentralized finance, you never have to take your money out, and capital gains to some degree don't even line up. There's so many ways out. There's so many positive sides to any announcement made. It's so crazy, yet the price is not reacting. That does make you wonder, is there manipulation? Is there some bigger action going on? Is it because of all this institutional interest in crypto that the price is going down because they want to get it cheap or what? And then Poloniex shuts down XRP wallet for maintenance, second time this week, along with TRX and Ethereum. This news is so dumb. I mean, what is it? They made it look like shuts down XRP wallet for maintenance with TRX and Ethereum too. It's like they really shut down XRP, but nothing really happened. They just shut down a couple of wallets for maintenance. Okay. Yeah, I mean, okay. Yeah, well, what can I say about that one? I mean, there's nothing to be said. So, yeah. That was it for today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys again in another one. All right, really soon. Take care, everybody, and have a nice day.